This story is insane, and I don't want this to happen to you. And I'm going to tell you right now, after I tell the story, there are going to be people that are going to follow my instructions to make sure that your driver license is valid. And there are going to be people listening right now that think they have a valid driver license and it's suspended. I had no idea that this had happened. And it was only by chance that it was discovered. And I found that on Saturday. So I did a Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office ride-along on Saturday. I try to do numerous a year. I've been in the honorary deputy program. By the way, Dave Bautista, Tampa resident. Dave Bautista, the actor, former wrestler. Bautista was just inducted, and he was made also an honorary deputy in the program in Hillsborough County. I've been in the program since 1997 through Cal Henderson, through David G., and now Chad Chronister, the sheriff of Hillsborough County. So I did a ride-along on Saturday, and my car was parked at the district. It doesn't matter what district I was at. So my car is parked at the district. And listen, we've got a nice SUV, and, cops run tags all the time. And it is fully accepted. If you're sitting in traffic, you're at a red light, the cops are running tags. That's one of the things they do. To see if a license is valid, to see if, the car has insurance, to see if there are any warrants for the driver. So if you're sitting at a light and there's a cop near you, chances are they're running your plate or other people's plates. So cops run tags all the time. It's good. It's just good police work.
You come across a lot of people just by running tags.
Absolutely.
I've heard of them going through like parking lots of malls.
Absolutely. Or seedy motels.
And they have readers, and the readers do all the work. And then they get
no. Sometimes there are readers.
Okay.
Or you have license plate readers that are around. If you see those like little trailers with like the flashing lights on top and a lot of times those are license plate readers, and they're at busy intersections. But no, most of the reading is done just manually.
Okay.
Just a cop seeing a tag and just running the tag. So my car is sitting at one of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office offices, and this is a nice SUV. I guess one of the officers just ran my tag. Let's see. And my tag came back as suspended, or driver of the tag assigned to me suspended. So a deputy runs my tag, which they run tags all the time. Nothing wrong with it. It's standard procedure.
You're in their parking lot, absolutely.
And then was able to figure out or find out whose car that was and why are they here. And then it was found out that I was on a ride-along, and then they let the officer the deputy that I'm with know, by the way, your ride-along
is wanted. Oh, my God. The felon is in the car with you.
Easiest catch.
I'm not a felon. So it came to my attention on Saturday afternoon that my license was suspended. So the computer returns the information, Florida suspended, and then the instructions are that you confiscate the driver license, you take the driver license, and you take the tag off the vehicle. So if I were pulled over by whatever law enforcement agency, the computer would have said, license for me, MJ, Todd Schnitt, suspended, take license, and remove the tag from the car, and I'd be stuck on the side of the road.
Now, doesn't that sound like a fun time to have watched that body cam?
Oh, MJ, I would have requested that body cam footage in a second.
So
what do you mean?
No.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I have my insurance. Look, I paid it. I mean, he would be so argumentative and combative because he knows he's in the right. Correctly so. He has been paying his insurance. He received no notification, but...
Can I tell the story, please?
You go right ahead.
You're getting ahead of me.
Michelle, you just jumped to the last page.
Oh, no.
So Florida DMV had me driving around with no auto insurance. My license was suspended since December 4th of last year. I've been driving around for over 7 months Over 7 months. What is it? December to January to February, March, April, May, June. Over 6 months. So almost 7 months.
Yeah.
All right. So I've been driving around with a suspended license. I got no notification. Nothing from DMV. Nothing from my insurance company. Our insurance payments are made every single month. It's just an automatic recurring charge on my American Express.
Do you have the same company?
So here's the deal. So people are commenting, oh, I mean, you changed insurance companies and I didn't change any insurance company. Our insurance company has been USAA for auto for a very, very long time. That's our insurance company. So what happened in our lives? Why was my license suspended? How can you find out if your license is suspended right now? I'm going to tell you. Because after I was told my license was suspended, I did this. I'm like, son of a bitch. It says my license is not valid.
So it currently is still suspended?
No. I'm going to tell you what happened.
On a weekend, you got it unsuspended?
Yes.
Yeah.
I called Ron DeSantis. No, I'm kidding. Hold on. Folks, I'm going to tell you all of this right now. This is insane. Here's what must have happened. Our 2024 X5 SUV was totaled. It was in our garage during the flood during Helene. So our car was flooded in the garage, a total loss. USAA was phenomenal. The dealership wanted to fix the car. USAA went in and said, no, we're totaling this car. We don't want them driving around in this. Didn't get inside, but it seeped through the floor, and we didn't know it was under the carpet. Anyway, so USAA totals the car. That car was, I guess, reported as salvaged and canceled. In the meantime, we had a new X5 built very quickly. Had to make a couple of calls. Had a new X5 built very quickly. Our car was totaled during Helene, which would have been last September.
September, yeah.
Like September 28th or something like that, 26, 28, whatever Helene was, last September. And then the car worked for like a week. The car was really running, but I was starting to get warnings. The car was still running, but I was getting warnings. And that's why I brought it into the shop. So this was, let's see, probably first to going on second week of October. The car went into the shop because we were getting the warning lights, and that's when it was discovered. Nope, got big problems here.
So was your car in the shop during Hurricane Milton?
It was.
So Milton was like the 10th, 9th, 10th.
It was in the shop.
Of October.
Yeah, it was. And then I had a rental car you know what? Veterans Ford, a great client. Veterans Ford gave me an F-150 to drive. They were phenomenal. So we get the new X5 built very quickly, and they're built up in South Carolina. We took delivery of the new X5 built from scratch on November 15th. And I want to thank BMW of Tampa, by the way. So BMW of Tampa and Kurt, they were phenomenal. They helped they had an allocation, and then we were able to get the car built very quickly. So thanks to Kurt Dooley and BMW of Tampa, they were very, very helpful in getting me the new vehicle. So we get the new X5 on November 15th, so very quickly for a BMW. And everything's kosher. My new insurance, I walk in there with my new insurance card that I already printed out because I already had the new VIN number. So new insurance. Everything apparently was kosher.
Apparently not.
I'm paying my insurance every month. I've got the new insurance card for the 2025 X5 now. But when BMW Financial, the lease company, when they, I guess, notified Florida that my old VIN was salvaged or the car was deemed a total loss, something crossed, and my new vehicle with my new VIN, my new insurance with USAA, same company, I didn't shift company, something got crossed. And they determined that the old canceled vehicle had no insurance. It still had the same tag. So the tag for my old vehicle went on to the new. I've had the same tag for years. And it went on to the new vehicle, and something got crossed, and the new VIN was not attached. Somehow that was determined in the Florida DMV computer through some kind of a cross. with misinformation that I had no insurance. So they cancel. The state of Florida cancels my driver's license, suspends my driver license on December 4th, 2 weeks after I took delivery of the new car with full insurance.
And doesn't tell you.
No one notified me. BMW, the insurance company.
Well, why would BMW notify you?
Well, BMW, they knew the car was insured. So they would not have notified me.
The leasing company would have, because it's a requirement of the lease to have it insured.
Right, but it sounds like an issue between you and the state.
Absolutely.
That was the state. So BMW, they knew I had insurance because they have the new USAA insurance policy. Something happened with the state, and with the old car going away and no insurance on that vehicle anymore, it didn't get switched at the state. So here, they suspend my license. I had no idea I was driving around since December 4th of last year with a suspended license. If I were pulled over, I was supposed to have my license confiscated by the cops, and they were supposed to unscrew the tag on the vehicle, leaving me stranded on the side of the road.
Oh, my God.
And not hog tie you and haul you off?
That would have been the best body cam footage ever.
Right?
Cuffed and stuffed, driven through the Sally Port.
Imagine just pulling up on MJ and telling him his license is suspended.
Oh.
He would have flipped out.
Well, because there's no freaking way in hell my license is suspended. All right, so what do you do? How do you find out if you're driving on a suspended license right now? You might be. I'm going to tell you how to figure this out. And when I was told my license was suspended, I was already home. And I got a note, Rut-row. And it was like, your license is suspended because another officer had run the tag. And then the story got back to me. I'm like, it's not suspended. So I go on to the Florida DMV website. And folks, you can go onto the site right now. Just do a Google search for Florida driver license check. And you'll get the FLHSMV website. And it's the driver license check. Again, just Google Florida driver license check. And you'll get the page FLHSMV. And it'll say driver license check. And you just put in your driver license number. For me, it's the S for my last name, and then so you put in the number, then you just put in the capture code to make sure it's not like a bot or something, and then you hit enter, and it will tell you if your license is valid. And I did mine after I was told I was suspended. I typed mine in, and sure as hell, it comes back, my license is not valid. I'm like, what the living F? What do you mean my license is not valid? Since this, and then it even said, my license was suspended since December 4th of 2024. And here we are, the middle of freaking June 2025.
Please turn yourself in immediately to local police.
What? All right, well, it'll tell you right away. You do the search, you type in the information, takes 5 seconds, and it'll tell you whether you're valid or not. Then also, on the page that said I'm not valid, there was like a sentence about, have you updated your auto insurance? There was a link. So I click on the link from the page that says I'm suspended, and then it brings me to another page, and it asks you to enter your insurance company. There's a drop-down box with all of the approved insurance companies in Florida. So I scroll down to USAA all the way at the bottom, and then I I pull out my insurance card. I have, valid insurance. I type in my policy number. I hit enter, and it says, thank you, your information is updated. I immediately refresh the page. I put in my license number again, my driver license. Boop, I'm suddenly valid. So as of, this was Saturday, the 14th. As of, 5:29 p.m., Saturday, June 14th, 2025, your license is valid. So it instantly updated me on a Saturday. DMV's closed.
That's amazing.
The computer instantly updated me.
Because this sounds like something you'd have to sit at the DMV
for
5 hours.
I'm like, oh my God, I got to make an appointment. I can't drive. Oh my, Michelle, because now I know. Before I had no idea I was suspended. So now I technically know that my license is suspended.
Here was his biggest fear. Because guess who was not suspended?
You? Chloe?
Me.
Well, it's only the owner of the car.
Yeah.
The car's registered. Is
In
it
my
only,
name.
Only
Yeah, I guess
registered under
it's
your
only
name?
in my name.
I was going to be the designated driver until he got it resolved.
Yeah, I'm like,
he did not like
I'm
that.
like, what a nightmare. Now I got to go to DMV. I've got no appointment. I'm going to have to sit there for hours, maybe days.
Like some schmuck.
Like
just
a
sitting there.
just a total schmuck.
I would have told you to Uber there.
Michelle wouldn't even have taken me to DMV. So that's my story. And that's how you can check to see if you're valid. But this is a screw up that I had no idea. I mean, so, to police officers, when someone says, hey, I had no idea my insurance was, I've got insurance. And a lot of times, oh, yeah, likely story. No, this is a true story.
Yeah.
All right, so that's how you resolve it. I mean, what an insane, crazy situation. I've never had a suspended license in my life. And then I find out I'm driving around on a suspended license for over 6 months.
You haven't had a legal license all year.
I mean, holy frig. Has this happened to you? I mean, you're trying to tell a cop, but I have insurance. I mean, I would have been in that conversation. What do you mean I'm not insured? What do you mean you're taking my license and my tag and I'm stuck on the side of the road?
How combative would you have gotten with this officer just doing his job?
Listen, if a Tampa cop would have pulled me over, they might have known me. If a Hillsborough County
doesn't matter.
sheriff,
doesn't matter if they
deputy
know
sheriff,
you or not.
hold on a minute. But I might have had time to resolve it or go into license check right there at the scene, and I'm what I thought under pressure, what I have thought to go check my license and then hit the link and update my insurance. I was like, okay, officer, go check your computer now. I'm now valid.
All right, well, let's say, you're driving through Dixie County.
Well, hold on a minute.
Right?
No,
you're driving through Dixie County, going 2 miles over the limit.
I forget that. Just on the interstate, what if a trooper pulled me over? I don't know a lot of troopers. And a lot of the troopers are young.
Yeah.
And not from around here and might not even know who the hell I am. And, maybe say, you're obviously you're not a felon or you're not. Who knows what would have happened? But I
would have tore your vehicle apart looking for stuff if I were the trooper.
Then they would have assumed that I was
Call out the canines?
Yeah, call out the dogs.
I was hauling meth.
Yeah.
Go to Google and just type in Florida license check and make sure you're going to the actual DMV website. It'll say FLHSMV or something like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So go to and then you just put in your driver license number, and then you enter the little CAPTCHA code so they make sure you're not a robot, and then it'll tell you whether your license is valid as of right now. So guess what? I am going to start doing that. Like, I'm going to set up every 3-month reminder, check to see if license is valid to make sure it's not another DMV screw up.
Two things. One, when you switch insurance or you cancel an insurance company, that spiteful, vindictive insurance company immediately will report you as we're no longer their provider, and it's your responsibility to tell them the new stuff.
But I'm with the same company. I didn't change.
No, but it doesn't matter. Listen.
Listen. I'm getting back to you. But
Fester's bottom line is what?
When you cancel your insurance, let's say you go from insurance company A to insurance company Z, those vindictive bastards who take
so
your
if
money,
I go from the Lizard to Flo,
the Lizard will say, "I crikey, son of a bitch!" No, they will immediately report you to the state as
no insurance,
no longer valid, and then
yeah.
it's completely on you. And your new company doesn't always bridge that. And I've known a lot.
But
of
again,
people,
the point is that I never change companies.
Right, with you.
Okay, but the bottom line is that ultimately it's the driver's responsibility to make sure your license is active or valid by having insurance. And hey, if you have any change in your insurance, just make sure it all goes through.
And with Helene and Milton, a bunch of people have transitioned cars in the last year because
Folks,
of those events.
I'm telling you right now, just do a Google check. Do a Florida driver license check on Google. Make sure you're at the FLHSMV website. Type in your info. It'll tell you whether your license is valid or not.
I also need to take a second because I owe you an apology.
You owe me an apology?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Why do I feel like I'm walking into a trap? Go ahead.
You're not.
Okay.
You're not. I don't appreciate that. I don't offer apologies often.
Okay.
But when I saw that your license was suspended.
Yes.
I instantly thought you missed a child support payment for your secret family.
Oh, that's...
I was like, he has a secret family, Allison.
Yeah.
I told you.
He
missed the payment, that son of a bitch. He's a deadbeat dad.
Another way to get your license suspended is not paying child support.
I thought you had a secret
is true.
family.
That's another way to get your license suspended.
She's just getting a check every month, keeping her mouth shut. Now, boom, she got you.
Hope you liked the video. If you did, then hit the like, share, subscribe, all this crap down here.